family. Hello, and welcome back to another powerful episode of the Dru Kelly Show. I'm your host, Dru Kelly, and as always, it is my honor to bring you conversation. That conversation that inspires. She's not only a singer, but also an author and speaker whose life is a testimony of victory and freedom in Christ. Born and raised in Oklahoma City, she began singing at just 4 years old. She then joined the church choir by age 5. But a real encounter with God came years later while living in Germany, when the word of amazing grace leaped off the page and became her reality. She has faced deep struggles, including a 35-year battle with alopecia. But instead of hiding, this sister right here, if you're from Texas, you know they say her, they don't say here. This sister right here, she let God transform her pain into purpose. She calls it her reborn again day. The moment she removed the wigs, removed the shame, and boldly stepped into her God-given identity. And now, Dru Crew and the fam, she's been named Songwriter of the Month by Nashville Christian Songwriters. Became a finalist in the You God's Music Talent Showcase. And in 2022, she won the Tampa Bay Gospel Music Awards Traditional Artist of the Year. On top of that, she's also an award-winning author. Her book, Breaking the Shadow, and How to Embrace Your True Self and Live in the Light of God's Glory. She is setting people free, not only in the North America, South America, but all across this globe. So, family and Dru Crew, get ready, because she's not just another guest. She's an anointed woman of God who will be standing on the main stage at the 18th Annual Prayze Factor Awards. Please help me welcome the beautiful, the talented, the anointed Carol Chisolm. Hey, Carol.
Hey, everybody. Dru Crew, huh? I like that.
Yeah, let's jump right into it, Carol. Carol, let's start with some easy stuff. Be honest with us. At 4 years old, did you know the words, or you was just up there having fun with the folks up there?
No, I could sing. No, my parents said I could sing well before I could even speak well. So
really, wow, wow. So you was with them at 4, and then at 5, you went on and joined the choir. Tell us about that.
Joined the choir? No, just wanted to sing. I grew up in the church where you had to be a member in order to do anything. My dad was the pastor, and so I just wanted to sing. I didn't know anything about Jesus, so I wanted to be baptized just so I could sing in the choir. I didn't know anything about Jesus other than, Jesus loves me, this I know. But so I grew up thinking, okay, I got this. My dad's a pastor. I'm all right. I'm just going to sing. Well, that's why I joined the church, so I could join the choir and sing.
Now, take us on a little journey. You grew up in Oklahoma and skipped over to Germany. Tell us what took you to Germany, and when did you get back to the States?
This man swept me off my feet. My daddy called him a city slicker from Baltimore, Maryland. He was stationed at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma City. And so we met, fell in love, and he, as he says, he took me on an extended honeymoon in Europe.
Wow.
And so from Europe, we stayed there 6 years and then relocated. He got restationed at Cape Canaveral. So we're in Florida, Central Florida. And we just made that our home.
Wow. So you down here in the Sunshine State. Let me tell you, that's a culture shock from Germany to Florida. What was that transition like?
Hated it. It's too hot in Florida. I've lived here.
What was the worst part?
The heat.
The heat? Wow.
The heat, the humidity, because growing up in Oklahoma, I had that heat. But we have 4 seasons.
But you have the 4 seasons that you can balance it all out during the year. Now, please tell me that you did drive on the Autobahn.
I rode on the Autobahn. I don't remember. It was too scary for me. I rode with my husband while he was driving on the Autobahn. Well, it was an experience.
For the viewers out there in Germany, the Autobahn is a freeway where there is no speed limit.
None. You might as well be on the Indy 500 or the Daytona 500. You might as well.
You put the pedal to the metal and just go where it is that you're going. What's the most instrumental tool you received as a young child singing music that has always stayed with you, and it is your safe haven?
I am a hymn girl.
Really?
Yes, growing up, I absolutely adored them. We sang all the verses, refrains in between each verse, and so it was just, to me, just aggravating. But it was until like you said, Amazing Grace jumped off the page for me, and I really had a relationship with the Lord, that hymns became my anchor, my safe haven, my go-to. And so when I'm really going through some things, I have to open up my hymn book and just begin to sing and meditate and on those words. They just are life to me now.
Yeah, I love hymns because hymns are really good. Now, if Prayze Factor was to add a category, and that category was subject to breakout singing anywhere, would you be in that category?
Yep. Yes, it's just so ingrained in me. Again, when it's something that God has given you, and from the foundation of the world, before I was formed in my mother's womb, He knew me and had called me to do this. You can give me a word. I mean, I can hear a word on the TV, a commercial, and when I get that word, it's like, oh, song pops into my head, and I'm singing. And I can remember one time my son was on the phone with a friend of his, and I overheard him telling his friend, "My mom is always singing. She walks through the house singing." And he said, "But I absolutely love it because she's just always just singing." And I did not notice. I had never really paid that much attention to it until he said it. And I'm always singing. If you give me a tune, a song, a beat, or anything, I'm just going to start singing a song.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, with you, what comes first, melody or words?
Melody.
Melody comes first?
Most times for me, when I'm writing, a melody is coming first. And it usually comes from worship.
Okay.
From a time when I'm in meditation, worshiping God. And then He'll download the lyrics.
He'll give you the lyrics. Wow, that's awesome. To have that melody there is like, it puts you in that zone.
Yeah.
That you already know the impossible is about to happen. The better the worship, the more profound the worship, the deeper the melody hits the heart, the mind, the body, and the soul. You already know that this is going to be something spectacular. And there's nothing like that. Now, how'd you hear about Prayze Factor?
I was nominated for 2025 Texas Gospel Music Excellence Awards. I think that's it.
Okay.
And so from there, I got connected with Dr. Teresa and Milton. I met both of them there. And so I met a lot of people, but I met them and found out later that they were actually connected to Prayze Factor because I had heard of it once before and was invited to come last year, but I couldn't make it.
You didn't make it last year?
And this year, I mean, when I saw that I was nominated, I'm like, whoa.
Well, look, I ain't gonna be petty, but I'm gonna put it out there because I know listen to some of your music. I couldn't make it last year. I had an assignment with the Marine Corps last year, so I couldn't make it last year. So I'm not mad you didn't make it last year, but you're gonna be here. But you're gonna be here this year on the main stage. Tell us what number are you doing on the main stage, and why'd you choose that particular song?
Oh, I'm doing on the main stage. I'm going to do "He Covers Me." It's my newest release, and it's also a song that accompanied in my book. When I wrote my book, God gave me 10 songs. I have 10 chapters in the book. He gave me 10 songs to go with every chapter.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And so "He Covers Me" is in the book, and it's one of those songs that God gave me through my alopecia journey and through the healing process that He delivered me from fear, shame, just self-hatred. And so "He Covers Me" is one of those songs. It's like very dear. it helped me to heal, and I'm praying that it helps others to heal and know that He covers me is a song that basically speaks to how God takes care of us, how He's our protector. I wrote it based on Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And because we're not immune to life's problems, we're not
Right.
immune to any situation.
What I want to do is I want to go back to the day the doctor. Well, let's go back to let's go to the day the doctor came in and said, Miss Chisolm, we found the diagnosis and it is alopecia. Take us to that day.
You know what, Drew? I never really had a day like
Really?
that.
Wow.
It happened when I had just had my son. We were living in Europe. We had brought him home to Oklahoma to visit my family. And then by the time I got back to Europe 3 weeks later, the nightmare started.
Wow.
I didn't know if it was a perfect storm of me having a vocal cord surgery when I was in Oklahoma and having a Jerry curl. That's how long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
A Jerry curl. So I didn't know if that was a perfect storm and that it just collided and caused my hair to fall out. That's what I was hoping it was.
Right.
But when it never grew back, I was too ashamed. I was too embarrassed to really go to a doctor on base. And at that time, we had to go off the base if it was something, a specialty like that.
Right.
And I wasn't going to go to a German doctor and let them,
Right.
They speak English, but of course I didn't want them to start speaking in German, Dutch, and then they're talking about me and laughing at how I looked.
Wow.
So I was really always too ashamed, and I really did not get a diagnosis,
Wow.
a real diagnosis, until God delivered me. And I went to the dermatologist for something else and just happened to ask, and they said, yes, you have alopecia.
That is wow. But
I knew it because I grew up with, there was a young lady in our church who had it.
Oh, okay. So you saw all the signs and everything matched up.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Having said that, what's the one thing you hope to leave with that auditorium and for the people that'll be watching that video down the road? What's the one thing you hope you'd be able to leave with them?
The one thing, besides just leaving the glory of God there, His presence there, I want people to walk away and see me and say, wow, if God can give her that kind of confidence,
wow,
that He can give it to me, that He can change my situation just like He changed hers, that He can bring me into my purpose, into the plan that He has for me, just like He did for her. And I don't call it confidence, I call it Godfidence.
wow.
Godfidence. Because without Him giving me the tool, the power, the anointing to be able to do it, I would still be hiding. I would still be hiding in the shadows. I would still be hiding under my wig. I would still be hiding and from myself and hating myself in the way that I look, if it were not for God. And so if I'm to leave anything on that stage for anybody, I just want them to know to let your light shine, the light that God gave you, allow it to shine. Embrace your flaws and embrace your imperfections, because we all have them, and just allow God to use even those imperfections, right?
Yes, absolutely. John Legend wrote that song, All of Me Wants All of You. And I said, people look at some secular artists and songs, and because they're secular, they don't hear any God in the music. But when John Legend wrote that song, man, I was like, that is a worship song.
Mm-hmm.
I want all of you, God. All of you, because you took all of me. You took my idiosyncrasies. You took my drama, conflama, confusion, confliction, chaos. Yeah. You took that period in time where I became mean and self-centered and going through having to learn me, the new me, having to have to cope with the new normal. You loved me through all of that.
all of you.
And I want all of you. If you could take all of me, I want all of you. Even when you whip me and chastise me and, correct me, I want all of you. I want all of you.
Yeah, because when he's chastising us, he loves us.
Absolutely. Worst, absolute, total, complete worst performance ever.
Ooh. It actually just happened. Back in May, I went to a music workshop, the Institute of Music Business with Dr. Angela Poole.
Okay.
And I was singing, and my music stopped like a minute into it, and I'm like, what do I do? Oh my God. So I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, oh my God, what's next? I just keep singing. I said, I'm just going to keep singing. And so I sang a cappella.
Wow.
I sang it a cappella. I couldn't do anything else other than run off stage or run off and like that. I don't know. It didn't even come to me to do that. God just gave it to me.
What was the feedback at the end of it?
I didn't really get much other than wow, because the song called for changing keys, right?
Okay.
So I
people
changed
probably
the
couldn't
key.
get it. Right.
And I'm trying to get the audience to interact with me, say, this is what we're going to sing. And then I messed up by changing the key, and they were like, oh, I don't know where we're going. But I did, the feedback was, because I did talk to some of the judges or people the next day, and they were like, you know what, you did great. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You kept singing.
Right.
And I'm like,
wow.
Okay.
Now take us to that one performance where it was so good, it was hard to sleep when you got home that night.
Oh. I don't know if I have any of those.
You haven't had one yet. It's coming. It's coming. We gonna make that our break.
Okay.
Every artist should experience one of those. I call it the Holy of Holy Nights. When God used you to accompany people into the Holy of Holies.
Oh, okay. I do have one.
Okay.
It was years ago, though. It was years ago. And I want more of those, because that means it was a God thing. That's what I really want. I want the Lord to come through and the Holy Spirit to pour out on people. But I was singing in church, and I was singing What a Friend We Have in Jesus. And it was kind of a different version of What a Friend. And I'm singing, not really realizing what was going on really at first. And then people just begin to weep and cry and come down to the altar and then I begin to lay hands on people. Wow. And then I begin to sing the very thing that they were experiencing. Yeah, it was that's amazing. Things like that, when I know it's not me, that it was really a God thing. Those people got delivered. Those people went free that night. And it was the first time I had ever experienced anything like that.
That is always my prayer for artists, that they experience that Holy of Holy moment. Yeah. Because it's one of those things they'll be chasing forever. Yeah. Not they themselves to do it, because you realize you didn't do this. You sing every day. And this don't happen every day. No. And for this to go that way, I didn't mean to do it, wasn't trying to do it. Just open my mouth, and from my sanctified belly, this is what happened. and yeah, absolutely. Hey, listen, I've had a wonderful time. Gonna have to get you back after the Prayze Factor so we can get into the book. We didn't get a chance to talk about the book on tonight, but I want to get you back. One of the things that your boy Pastor Dru always talk to you, Dru Crew and fam, is that these artists, most of them do not have major sponsors, man. They don't have Toyota and GM and that backing them up and giving them millions of dollars for them to be able to travel and put on their own road tours and concerts and things of that nature. Most of what they do is out of their own pockets. Even to gather up merchandise to offer to the fans to raise funds, they have to have the money to get that up. So When you buy merchandise, you are helping a artist to get to the next level. This is not just you when you plant a seed in an artist, it's not just you giving them money to put in their pockets or for them to buy new cars and this, that, and the other. That doesn't happen with most independent artists. Now, maybe somebody that got it like that and they got deals and they're going to be safe for 5-6 years, they got that kind of contract. Maybe to be the case, but with most independent artists, it's just what you do, how you contribute, how you assist. And so what I want you to do, what I've been trying to train my audience to understand is that if there is ever a artist that touch your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul, when I say the artist, I mean the words that God gave them, the music God gave them, and they were obedient enough to put it out, and it touched you, it grabbed you, it captured you. Be a blessing to that artist. Don't just listen to their stuff. Don't just wait till you hear it on the radio or it comes on video and television. Purchase the CD. You're doing more than just entertaining yourself with the merchandise. You're making a spiritual connection with that person. Put them on your prayer list and pray that God will do more and take them deeper and higher in what it is that they are doing. So now every time you pick, because we can go to a concert and somebody, gave us a good show that night. We leave there, we got 9 million things on our minds and we forget about that night until somebody start talking about it or that person pops up or, we start thinking about it. But when you buy that merchandise and it's at your house, when you buy that CD and it's in your collection, when you buy that cap and you put it on, when you buy that t-shirt and you're wearing that, that's a constant reminder of somebody that God put in your life and that you have been a blessing to somebody who has blessed you. Yes. So having said that, is there any merchandise that you have that either on your website or you're going to be bringing the Prayze Factor?
Well, I will have some on my website. My website is www.carolchisolm.com. I'm bringing a few things to Prayze Factor, CDs and thumb drives. Thumb drives I usually give out to radio promoters or radio announcers, program directors, things like that. So yeah, I'll bring a little bit with me, but you can get my book from my website, and my music, of course, is on Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp. Yeah,
all platforms. Wherever you purchase your music, she is on all platforms. So go there. Is Carol Chisolm, like Shirley Chisholm. Carol Chisolm, go there. The information on Carol is right down below in the comments. Just go to the first comment, click on that, and it'll take you directly to her website. When you get on the website, check it out, and then click on the store and that, and go in there and see what she has available, and bless the woman of God. Carol, I've had so much fun talking to you, and I can't wait to bring you back. Can't wait to see you. Now, Carol's gonna be on stage on Saturday, September the 20th at 6 p.m. Now, before Sister Girl get up on the stage, she's gonna be strutting down the red carpet. So if you want a good seat, you want to be there a little bit early. Now, red carpet starts at 3:30 and showtime starts at 6 p.m. Worship starts at 6 p.m. for those of y'all that, it starts at 6 p.m. And if you want to get there early, it's general admission. So it's not like you got an assigned seat to you. It's general admission. So I'm going to say your girlfriend that like to wear them tight skirts and come in fashionably late, you might want to drive and let her ride by herself. You want to get there so you can get in. There is no seat savings. So you may want to get in and get there early. So if you come and watch these artists on the red carpet, then you're sure to be there when the door is open so that you can go in and get yourself a good spot. Any final words?
Just be blessed. Just remember, let your light shine, the light that God gave you. And you don't have to have permission from anybody to shine. He's already given you the permission to shine, and never dim your light to help somebody else shine bright. You bring them up to shine bright with you.
Wow. All right, everybody. Now remember, you can catch Carol live on the main stage at the 18th Annual Prayze Factor Award happening September 18th through the 21st. 18th through the 21st. It starts on Thursday night. All that jazz. It's going to be jazz gospel. 12 noon is the media luncheon. That's where the producers and podcasts and TV show and all of the things that have to do with media is taking place at 12 noon on Friday. And then Friday night is that toe tapping, foot stumping, quartet, and traditional gospel music. And then Saturday at 3:30 p.m., the red carpet, and 6 p.m., it is the main event. And listen, if you want to learn more about Carol, hear her music, or even grab her book, just head on over to the website, which is in the first comment, in the comment section, in the first comment there. So family, stay tuned because we got more amazing guests who will be also gracing the main stage at the Prayze Factor, and you don't want to miss not one single one of them. Until next time, this is your host, your boy, Pastor Dru, reminding you, keep standing, keep shining, and keep trusting God. We'll see you next time on The Dru Kelly Show. God bless you.